Hey guys, how you doing? Welcome to Otterman's Life. My name is Ali. Thanks so much for clicking and watching. It means a lot. It's been a while, but I've still been messing with Lego. I got a couple of new additions into the city that I want to show you. I'm really excited to show you those two. And a couple of enhancements or modifications to some existing sets and buildings that we've got in this city, which I think you'll find pretty interesting as well. All right, I'll catch you after the break.
Everything's alright with the violet sky on my skin. Ooh, baby, I feel high with the violet sky on my skin. Let me breathe deep, let me get away.
So the first new addition was an alternative build of the Holiday Main Street set, which is set number 10308. The alternative build instructions were constructed by the awesome Bricative team. I'll leave a link in the description below. And what they managed to do is to take every single part from that set and use and utilize it to make this amazing, cool, half base plate modular building. I mean, the back, as always, is always not as pretty, but that's always going to be butted up against a building anyway, as it's meant to be a corner or side building. And I love the fact that it's done on a half base plate, but the on a landscape horizontal way. I think that's really cool. What they've managed to do with the piece counts is just awesome. I mean, the roof structure is a great ingenious way of utilizing those wedge plates. Some of the color scheme, maybe, the red, and you can still see some of the detail coming through on the back. Maybe if I just push this the other way around, then it will stop spinning around. Here we go. Yeah, I mean, when you go through these little areas here, if you had the parts a different color, it'd probably look better. I don't mind it. I think it's pretty cool. I mean, that's probably a little future build improvements from here. I've added to it a little bit. I mean, I've added a little bit more foliage just to make it a bit more complete. But the general vibe of this, it still has the same kind of theme of the Holiday Main Street, like Christmassy kind of vibe. But at the same time, this perfectly fits in, I think, to any city landscape that you have next to any of the traditional modulars as well. So it does keep the same store of the music store and the little toy store that you have, and then you have some living spaces on top as well. For me, I loved it. I love the Bricative team. I'm always looking and very interested in all of their builds that they have, and this goes in really nicely into the city that I have at the moment. Placing this in the city, I always wanted it in kind of my European quarter, where the Parisian restaurant is the boutique hotel. And because it's a great corner build, I think it fits in absolutely perfectly and snugly next to the Parisian restaurant. There's no ugly sides exposed here. It fits in really nicely. And right behind it, we've got Doctor Strange's Sanctum Sanctorum, and the alleyway here gives a lot of opportunity for some storytelling. And I think the other reason I liked putting it next to the Sanctum Sanctorum was, if you may have noticed, on the back there was a hole in there to get better access into the building. And what I did, because I love having my son play with these sets, we also created a little portal that Doctor Strange probably will come in, or some other people will come in to have a little battle and to join the fight, if that happens at all. I thought that was a pretty cool little Easter egg to hide into the city, into this building. Unfortunately, when you have it like that, obviously it sticks out a little bit, but it's mostly a play feature, because I love to take these sets out and actually play with these things. Hey, check that out, playing with our toys. Next up is my modification and conversion of the family reunion celebration set, which was part of the Chinese New Year sets that Lego puts out every year. There's loads of instructions on Rebrickable to convert this set into a fully fledged modular, on a 32 by 32 base plate, or even a half a base plate. There's so many out there, which is awesome. Which just goes to show how modular compatible this set was. I think that was the first thing a lot of people did. I basically just went down the approach of, okay, let's just take it and try and convert it myself into a modular building. I think I did okay. You guys let me know. I use pretty much the parts all from the set. A few things from my personal collection, my spare parts collection to flesh it out a little bit. And interestingly enough, the back of here is actually from one of the other Chinese New Year sets, the Gate one, with the celebration of the Spring Fair. So I used those parts here to fill out the back. I had such a great fun time actually figuring out how to convert this into a modular. You'll see it's kind of in the same style as what we just saw in the Main Street building. That it's a corner build, or even can be, the front half of a building, and you can always put something at the back end of here as well on the street. But I really wanted to, for me, space is premium, so if I can squeeze everything into a half base plate, it just leaves me more room to have another building in the city. Again, everything's fully modular. You can take everything out, the stairs in there. I haven't got access to the roof, but we can use our imaginations a little bit here, but it's keeping to the general theme of the original design, and because I did like the original design a lot, but just to make it a bit more complete and fits in really nicely into the city. I'm so happy with this now being in the city. I've always wanted this set, and I've waited quite a bit of time to get it. Now that it's here, and I think it perfectly complements the Spring Lantern set that was also one of the celebration sets that LEGO puts out, and I think it perfectly complements them. Sorry about the camera angle, it's very difficult, tight angle to get into here, but if I go around this side, maybe that might help. You can see it from that angle there, and I think it fits in quite nicely as a general theme to the whole kind of cultural quartzer thing that I've got going on. Maybe if I zoom out, there we go, maybe that's a little bit better. So sorry for the forced perspective there, but I think that might give a better view. Maybe if I go around the other side, that might help see it from a different angle. And then if I put that back in, there we go. And I think now the back doesn't look as bad now, because with the Spring Lantern set that is there, I think it's hidden quite a bit of the uglier part of the backside of the building. But it adds a little bit of mystique to it. I think those gold fence pieces that I used for the windows, I think it works. I think it works really well. You guys let me know how you think, and how, if you have also integrated this wonderful set into your LEGO city. Modifying existing sets, I always love to revisit the existing buildings that I've got in the LEGO city and always touching them up or enhancing them. And I think for this police station modular, the very simple modification was just to add another floor, and I think it adds such a different dynamic to it, and immediately changes the look of this set completely. Now the police station for me now, the central building, is far more prominent to what it was before, and I didn't feel the need to enhance and the side buildings, because I think that would take away from the impact of the police station tower. Let me just put this on so we can swirl it around while I'm talking. So I think it was very simple. You just get the parts for an extra floor. They're pretty straightforward, no special parts there. And the other thing that I did was actually move the sign up, so now the sign is fully visible, because one thing that did annoy me a little bit was that sign was always blocked with the original design. On the other side, to keep it nice and clean, it's just continuing of that ladder piece, so there is still access to the roof in the same way. I didn't really want to extend the leaf foliage up there. I just kept it as it is. Honestly, all it was just adding another floor on top. And to keep a little bit of uniqueness was just to add some graffiti by that infamous Brixie in there. And I think there's such a apt piece of graffiti to have in the police station modular set. What about you? Let me know what other modifications you've done to this set. Maybe you've doubled it up and gone in a different direction. Please let me know. I'm always looking to know how we can keep improving these awesome sets that we have in our city. So the Jazz Club enhancement or modification was a little bit more significant than the police station enhancements. That was just an extra build. This is actually converting it into a corner build. And this was done from some instructions that I got from Rebrickable. I'll add a link in the description below. I think the designer did an amazing job here to convert this into a corner build. I adore it in this way. I have to say the quality of the build is so solid. It does represent an actual what Lego would produce in terms of stability, so that's really awesome as well if you're concerned about that. But I think now it's having this as a corner design just gives it a totally different character and personality, I think, in comparison to the original design. I mean, I love it like this because I needed a corner building in my entertainment district. So having this designed for me already and all the hard work done was just awesome. So thank you, PL Mox, I think the designer was. And it fits in so well in the city. So I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you found that useful and gave you some inspiration to add some alternative builds into your city or to modify existing sets that you might have already in the city, just to add a different flavor and to keep making our cities unique, which I'm such a big fan of, to keep things unique, something different, customized, and not everyone has the skill to come up with their own designs and modular buildings, and it takes a lot of effort and work. But I think with these little simple either alternative builds or modifications, I think it then adds a little bit of different uniqueness to your city, more so than trying to come up with the exhausting process of coming up with your own designs to enhance your Lego city. I hope you enjoyed that. Take care. Happy building. I'll see you in the next one. Peace and love.